see what happens. I tried to watch the football game. I think, it's like anything else. I mean, it's going to take them some time to figure out, what the best way to do things, just like it takes us, some time to figure things out. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they say it's the wave of the future. I'm not involved in it, so I don't know. I know that the people in the league, I think, are excited and very much behind it, and obviously they've studied it, and they're very intelligent people, so I'm sure they're guiding us in the right direction.
You may be giving my answer by not saying it, but is there a difference between CBS with Kansas 2 o'clock on Saturday and CBS ESPN Plus in Kansas?
Yeah, sure. I mean, right now there is. Now, is it going to be that way, 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road? I don't know. But I'd be lying if I told you it was the other way around.
You said you tried to watch the football game? Were there difficulties?
Well, I wasn't at my house. I was at my cabin, and it's kind of, different.
Hang up a little bit.
Can't camp without Wi-Fi these days. You know that, right?
Yeah, I better not go there. My wife's in charge of that kind of thing, so you never know which channels you're going to get when you show up there, because she pays the bills and doesn't pay the bills.
Coach, another one on the schedule real quick. You got the 2 road games to start again with when school's out, which I think is something you've always thought was a positive in the past. I think you got less 9 p.m. road games. Is this a more manageable Big 12 schedule?
Yeah, it is, but honestly, I didn't get everything we asked for. I didn't want to play late at night, have one day, and then play at noon the next day.
Right.
And if we were going to play late at night, then I thought whoever we're playing should have played late at night. If we were on the road, they should have been on the road. Then obviously we go back to their place, so we have 2 in a row on the road. But they have the same circumstances to deal with that we have, and we didn't fully get that. And I know that's hard to do.
Right.
I'm not. That's a hard thing to do with television makes it. Honestly, television makes it very difficult. And the money that they pay us, we need to appease them. And it's common sense.
Yeah.
Bob, what do you see? What do you think makes this team unique that you put together from maybe from other teams or?
We actually make shots. We don't have to rely on getting 2 and 3 shots of possession. But we don't really have to rely, I don't think, as much on creating turnovers. I think we have more guys who are capable shot makers. Now, are they going to do it all the time? I don't know. Hopefully, they don't all do it. They don't all miss it on the same day, which seemingly kind of happens. But I just think we got more guys. We got Chase has shot the ball well. Just this whole summer. Like I said, Sean's been kind of laid up, but I mean, we look at Sean as an elite shooter. Taz can really make shots, and then our returning guys. Jordan can make shots. Emmett can make shots. I just think we have more guys capable of making perimeter shots, particularly open shots, and I think with hopefully the firepower that we're going to have inside, it's going to create some more open shots on the perimeter.
Does that the ability to make shots and do what you're saying, does that change your defensive philosophy at all? I mean, I know you'd like to be West Virginia, but do you want to
don't think we can do anything, just a steady diet of anything. I think we've got to, you know, when we were really good with you know, the Final Four team, we played a lot of point drop, matchup stuff. We played man, and then we played 1-3-1. So, you know, I think that's, you can't come down and let them come down every time and be in the same thing. You got to keep them off balance. And we're going to try to do that. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, because I've tried to do, you know, a few things of what I just said, and they weren't very good.
Really?
So we'll have to see which we, you know, a couple of those teams were really, really good at playing matchup. And opposing coaches said to me afterwards, we have no idea what you're doing. But we didn't either, really. We just, they knew how to play, you know. And it's hard to scout somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, but they know how to play. And that's, I don't know from this group how many people really understand how to play. Less and less guys are understanding how to play.
And can you get that? Can you get that into them by March?
I don't know. You know, I told our guards the other day. You know, the good thing about our guards is every day I go out to coach them. When I walk out, I realize what a hell of a player I was. Because I didn't do near the dumb things they did. And actually, I knew if a guy was open, you're supposed to pass it to him. You're not supposed to hold it till he gets covered. So, yeah, they just make me feel like I was maybe a lot better than what I was. But it's a good feeling to have.
Bob, prior to the...
And I'm telling you right now, I was pretty damn good. If you watch those guys, and if you ever saw me play, you'd appreciate it.
Would you start on this team?
Start. I'd be the captain.
Bob, prior to the trip to Spain, Jordan had said he still kind of had up and down days with the knee. I know you said in Spain he didn't show any of the ill effects of it. How's he doing now?
He's fine. He's fine. He hasn't mentioned it. He doesn't wear a sleeve or a brace or anything. I think he's kind of that mindset, you know, why do you want to advertise there's something wrong with you? And I mean, he's not just, he's in here, he's still in here every morning, and he's still in here every night. So he's doing everything that he used to do. He's not taking mornings off or nights off, and he still comes in to practice every day. He hasn't said a word. Doc hadn't said a word about it.
Coach, you got a pretty good fair mix of returning guys and new guys coming in. So, and obviously each year is different, but did the returning guys use last year as motivation at all? Is that all just forgotten and things are new again, or
No, I you know what, Justin, I think they do, but you know, if you look at our roster, you know, freshman, sophomore, we got Jermaine and Chase are seniors, and then sophomore, freshman, junior, senior, junior, freshman. We're young.
right?
We're still really young. You know, we kind of want to look at Emmett and Jordan, for instance, as veterans. They're sophomores.
They're sophomores, right?
So we're not, you know, we're not what we've been sometimes when we were pretty good, where we had a lot of experience, older guys, you know, been through it. So it's hard to tell. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of know what we're going to get from those older guys, but I don't know what we're going to get from our freshmen and our junior college guys.
of alluded to it in the summer, but in terms of chemistry, how different a place are you in now than you were a year ago?
No, I think we're pretty good. They were great in Spain. You know, when they everything that they did, they kind of did as a group, which is different than what it was. You know, they all went out and played football on a beach. They had a football game on a beach. You know, Logan still envisions himself as a quarterback. Only in a town of 300 people can a 7-footer be quarterback. 5'6" guy be the center. And then Deuce was a quarterback at Moeller. So yeah, they had a big time. They had a big time playing football on the beach, and they I mean, they hang out together. You know, they actually like each other.
You mentioned the shot makers and the firepower. Are you comfortable going into the season with that group being able to outscore other people on a consistent basis?
Do I have a choice? I mean, we kind of are what we are. You know, John, it's when you look at our, and like sometimes I look at Taz and I'm like, you know, I wish he was a little bigger. He's 6'3" or 4, you know, and he shoots it now. I mean, he as of today is our most consistent shot maker, and he can make hard shots, and he's a versatile scorer. He can score it on a perimeter. In junior college, they sent him down on the block quite a bit. Sent him down and mismatched him on the block, and he can score it down there. So, you know, I don't. Every time Sean shoots it, you think it's going in, and when it doesn't go in, you're like looking at him like, what's wrong, you know? Because everyone looks like it should go in. And Chase the same way. Chase has shot it really well. But you know, if we can get Derek a little better, if we can get Oscar a little better, you know, you've got to score close. And that opens things up outside when you can throw it inside and vice versa. So, I mean, in all honesty, if you think what Derek did, and I don't want Derek to hear me say it, but I mean, the guy really going into the last game was going to lead the Big 12 in rebounding, and didn't play the first half of the year. That's pretty amazing, really. To have him and Oscar and Logan pursuing the ball. Logan was really good in Europe. Now he was playing, I think he thought he was back home playing against 6-foot guys, but he's played really well. He's played really well. He's, you know, when he threw it inside, you know, it was like go rebound, and he can score it now. He's jump hooking it. We finally got him to quit slinging it and get it up over the rim. He's making some shots, but he's a big dude. So I'm thinking he's going to give us, you know, when you think you got those 3 guys, and if we can get Gabe, there's 4 guys that I think we can work on people, you know, getting up and down the floor and making their bigs run.
Were you happy with the individual work you got done with Derek? I know there were things that you wanted to work with him specifically.
You know, here was the deal. Derek said he was faster than Oscar. Oscar said there's no way. Now, they were supposed to race it, never raced yet. And so Derek says to me, don't you think I can run? I said, I don't know, I've never seen you. I mean, I see you trotting up and down the floor, me screaming at you, but I've never really seen you run. I don't know. But yeah, he can run, and really he needs to run. And if we can wear on other people's bigs and beat them up and down the floor, and you know, I think that's a great advantage.
about his body awareness and angles and all those things? Is he coming along there, those things you're trying to teach him?
If you're talking about just bowling through people, he's pretty good at that. But it's kind of like, it's kind of like you driving a car with your head down. You might run into something. I mean, that's kind of what he does. He puts his head down and just runs over anything in sight. He's got to start getting his head up. That's hard to teach. I mean, it's so much harder than what you would think it is. And you can't do the things you used to do. I used to get a neck brace and put a neck brace on them. I couldn't drop their head.
Is that right?
You know, I swore to everybody it was medicinal. I'm joking. But yeah, we got to get him to get his head up.
With Oscar, as far as I know, I think he's like maybe the only second McDonald's All-American kid to sign here. Has there been any need or to, like, you know, just talk to him about expectations his first year or anything like that? Or
I think he's as grounded as, I told him yesterday, and he must have laughed for 5 minutes, but I told him the other day, I just did a speaking thing in Dayton, and they asked me, because they watched him play in the McDonald's game, and the guy said, does he run as fast as it looks like he runs? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how fast you think he looks like he runs, but he can really run. And I asked him one time, I said, how did you learn to run so fast? And he said his father was a hunter. And he had a bow hunter, and he said he would shoot the bow, and he would say, run. And he said he had to outrun the arrow and bring it back so he could shoot it again. I said, what did he shoot? He said animals. I guess he was a hunter.
yeah.
So, but he honestly says he had to chase the arrows. He had to go find arrows and bring them back. That's how he learned to run so fast.